Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan. Welcome to the Stock Market Podcast from mpiinvest.com, the only platform where you learn to invest and trade in the stock market, plan your financial goals, invest in different financial assets, and grow with a community of knowledgeable investors. If you are not a part of the community yet, visit our website mpiinvest.com to join the community free of cost. Coming to stock market yesterday, it was a complete bloodbath. Nifty opened with gap down at 15,877 and immediately went into a selling mode where we could see entire markets in panic. It went on to a low of 15,684, but the second half there was strong buying by the DIIs which actually lifted up the market. In fact, the strength in the Nifty was so high that at one point of time I thought we would actually see a close above 15,800, but then after 15,800 being broken so decisively, it started acting as a resistance and we could see the Nifty closing at 15,774. The FIs continued to sell big. In fact, they've sold for almost 4,164 crores. While the DIs would like to take the advantage of the fall, they've gone ahead and bought for 2,814 crores. So things are looking really bad. But then, as I had written in the title, there is a ray of hope. Of course, I'll be talking about it in a while. But before that, let us see what happened in the US market. In fact, the US markets also opened with a big gap down and the fall continued. In fact, if you remember, on Friday also, when the inflation data was coming, US market already fell big, and yesterday the fall just continued even bigger. In fact, Nasdaq was down 4.68%, S&P 500 down 3.88%, and Dow Jones down 2.79%. Now they are officially in the bear market. So US markets have entered the bear market officially, and if the inflation is not in control this way, there are chances the Federal Reserve may hike interest rates much higher, and probably we could even expect a 0.7% hike instead of 0.5% as earlier expected. So tomorrow the data would be coming in from Federal Reserve, as a meeting would be ending tomorrow, and we would be looking forward to that result. And if anything, any rise above 0.75% would be considered really bad for the market, and it would also mean that recession is soon coming in the US. So that's not looking great. But any rate hike which is less than 0.75% or equal to 0.75% can be seen positive by the market, and we could see some rise. So that's something that I'm expecting, and let's see how the market actually performs. Now, the best part of the ray which I was talking about, the ray of light in the tunnel, dark tunnel in the Indian stock market, is the consumer price index, the inflation in India. The data came out yesterday evening after the market closed. In fact, last month in April, it was close to 7.79%, which was an 8-year high, but now it has eased out to 7.04%. That's an amazing development, because 0.75% the inflation in India was down. The core CPI also was down at 6.09% compared to 6.97% in April. So these are a ray of hope for Indian market. But will that mean that we are going to rally back? No, because we are still affected by the global sentiment. So the only good thing I would say is, if US markets are falling by X%, we would actually fall much lesser than the X. So that's a good news, I would say. So we need some positivity in the global markets for Indian market to rise up. But otherwise, we don't see any reason for the market to rise up right now. But of course, one thing that I can assure is the fall is not much more, right? There might be small falls, but then I don't think it is going to be very big. So that's something that we can be looking out for. In fact, Mr. Mitul Shah, who is head of research at Reliance Securities, actually came out and said that India's growth story remains intact, and they are expecting Indian equity to deliver almost double-digit returns over the next 2 years. So that's something amazing for Indian investors, isn't it? In fact, I'm really proud the way Indian investors have actually held on to the market, even with so much FII selling, taking advantage of every correction in the market, and the positivity in Indian economy is what is seen with the huge DII investment coming in. In fact, there's another important news, that is that DIIs have actually crossed, they've actually crossed 2 trillion rupee investment in the Indian market. Isn't that awesome? And I don't know how many of you are actually aware, even EPFO, Employees Provident Fund, invests 15% of its allocation to equity market. And the best part is, as of now, the government is proposing to gradually increase allocation of EPFO to 20% equity market. If that happens, imagine right now at 15%, almost 25 to 30,000 crores is being invested by EPFO. If they increase it to 20%, another 5% addition to this itself is going to bring in a lot of money. And especially with the economy of India going up so high, with so many EPF employees going higher in India, this contribution is going to give a great investment into the market. So that's exactly where we could see that the Indian market can actually be positive. In fact, Jefferies India came up with a report saying that 53 trillion rupees is actually saved in India every year. Yes, 53 trillion annually, out of which only 4.8% has moved to equities till date. So that means we've got a huge potential yet coming into the Indian market. And if that is coming, and with so much people getting wiser about the financial investments, I am sure Indian stock market is going to give us great returns in the period of time. It's only time that we have, we see and have patience to invest and stay invested for a longer period, and the equities is definitely going to give an amazing return over a period of time. So that's something I'm really proud about. In fact, if you look at the market yesterday, in fact, when the market was so low and the market was falling, a lot of us in MPA family actually went on to buy good stocks. Similarly, across the market, there was huge buying seen in United Breweries, TCS, SDFC, ICICI Lombard, General Insurance and Infosys, among others. So these are the stocks which is among the top picks, I would say, as of now, what people are buying in, as they expect these prices are very low in the market. In fact, coming to some stock specific news, Delta Corp has had an investment of additional, the SDFC mutual fund has acquired additional 2.15% stake in Delta Corp, and SBI mutual fund has acquired 3.23%, 3.23 lakh equity shares in Aether Industries, the chemical company which is recently listed. So all these are providing positivity in the market, and like I told you in the weekly meeting, it's time we invest, and that's exactly what we're doing to reap in amazing profits in the coming months. So look forward to a very profitable day as usual. I am sure we are charged up with positivity. Falls in the market are part of it, and we are ready to just go forward and leap forward and make money out of it. So I am sure we will have a profitable months and years ahead with MPA family. So with that, this is Srikant. I am signing off. But before we leave, do press the like button if you love the content that we share, and share this with your friends to help them learn and invest together with us. Goodbye. Have a profitable day.